Hello lovely crafters, I am Rachita and I am a creative designer on the design team of Craftyscrappers. Well, I call February the month of love and Craftyscrappers have loads of clear stamp sets for Valentine's and love for you to play with, not just in February but all year round because love has no bounds. Today, I am going to share with you 3 different ways to use one of the stamp sets called Hoppy Valentine's Day, along with maybe a peek at the snippets from my inspiration cards for this month, time permitting. Let's have a look at the stamp set first. It has 2 adorable little froggies and 2 cutest Miss Froggies, along with some cool sentiments. Let's start with the first card. Here I have used a cardstock panel measuring 5 1/4 by 4 1/2 inches. I have used Craftyscrappers 6x6 inch background stamp set called Happily Hearts and stamped the panel using a combination of pink and red inks. I love to combine 2 shades or give an ombre effect wherever possible. Then I have given some texture to the card panel by using a cover plate die. From the Hoppy Valentine's Day set, I have stamped and colored one of the froggies holding a heart. I have embossed the outlines using clear embossing powder because I'm comfortable coloring that way. You need not do the same, just do as you prefer. I have colored it in shades of yellow and brown using alcohol markers. I did a lot of green froggies for my inspiration cards, so I thought I'll just change up a little bit. Okay, for this frog, I have used a craft knife to cut around the fingers to make kind of slits. You'll see why soon. Before moving ahead, I wanted to tell you that the Craftyscrappers premium white cardstock is really thick and sturdy. As you see here on one of my cards, the frog in the center is colored on normal cardstock and the colors bleed through, whilst the frogs colored off the edge on the Craftyscrappers cardstock do not show any bleed through. Coming back to our card, I drew a small puddle of water by hand using a Versamarker pen and embossed the lines with a blue embossing powder. Then I did some ink blending and gave it a touch of shimmer so it appears like water. I also put some cuts into it with a craft knife. You'll see why in a moment. Let's assemble the card. On the panel, I'm laying the water puddle and some die-cut grass on top of it. I'm going to stick the frog in the center. I have stamped and embossed the letters L-O-V-E in white on some red cardstock and then fussy cut them. These letters are from the stamp set, Simple Alphabets. I am placing the letter O between the hands of the frog on the heart and slipping it into those slits that I cut around the fingers. In between, I have stamped and embossed the word U in white. Here's a fish from the stamp set Mermaid Wishes, which I have stamped, colored and fussy cut. Did some detailing with a glaze pen. Also, I have stamped, colored and fussy cut a crustacean, more of a crab, using the Craftyscrappers Zodiac series stamp set Cancer. You must see their website. There are so many categories of stamps and I love to stretch my stamp sets by combining and using them. Okay, now I push the fish and the crab into the slits that were previously cut. Then I am placing the L using some foam tape over the fish so it looks like the fish is balancing it. Similarly, I have placed V and E using foam tape over the claws of the crab. It's time for the sentiment. I am now placing the sentiment, Let's Celebrate Today or Today. How witty is that? So I stick all that up on a red cardstock note card and our first card is ready. For every card that I make, especially if it is layered or colored or both, I put a small shaped panel from a white or light colored cardstock inside it for someone to write a message and also to balance out the weight of the card evenly on the front and the back. Here is one card from my inspiration set where I placed a circular card panel inside before giving it away. Let's make the second card. This is my favorite. When I saw the Hoppy Valentine's Day stamp set, I thought of the princess and the frog story. Now who hasn't heard that fairy tale? So here I have stamped, colored and fussy cut the image of a princess From the Craftyscrappers You Are So Enchanting stamp set. I so enjoyed coloring the princess dress, added some shimmer to the gown and some glaze pen accents to highlight the jewels in her tiara and also her earrings. And yeah, the frog gets the darker shades of green with a "Kiss Me" text embossed in white on the heart he's holding. Not to forget that the frog is a prince. So I drew a small crown shape, colored it, added some shimmer and fussy cut that too. How much I love shimmer! For the background, I have just done some ink blending with green for grass and blue for the sky on a 5 by 7 inch cardstock panel. You see those clouds? I first stamped and embossed in white this heart image from the Craftyscrappers stamp set, Forever Yours. Remember stretching your stamp sets? Then I placed masks on them using masking sheets from Craftyscrappers. Oh yes, they have masking paper too. After doing the ink blending, I removed the masks and colored them with pastel gray shade and added shimmer. Yeah, shimmer again. I used a kiss stencil and some Kitsch Flamingo embossing glaze to make that pink kiss. You see those sparkles on the corner? Those I made using the Harry Potter and Friends stamp set and some glitter embossing powder. Isn't it amazing that Craftyscrappers has a stamp set for Harry Potter too? When you visit their website, you will be surprised at what all they have. Well, finally, I arranged the whole scene with some grass die cuts and added the sentiment, "See you in a ribbit." As you're aware, ribbit is a croaking sound made by a frog. So how cool and perfect that sentiment is here. The princess kisses the frog, it croaks, and poof, it turns into a handsome prince. That completes the second card. Let's see the third and final one, which I call a double shaker tag. I'll run through quickly. I have cut 7 circular frames from a pastel yellow textured cardstock. From the same cardstock, I have cut 2 fancy die cuts which I have stuck back to back. Then I have cut a circular piece with the same diameter as the frames. I have die cut tiny hearts to this circular piece, stamped a circular sentiment from the stamp set Happy Circles, also from Craftyscrappers, and sandwiched it in between a regular transparent plastic sheet. I have also stamped and colored Pretty Little Miss Froggy and fussy cut it out, leaving out the coloring of her dress. I have used the pattern papers from the Craftyscrappers January 2020 kit and stamped Miss Froggy image on that. Then I cut out the dress part, gave it some accents with a black glaze pen and stuck it in the fussy cut image to complete the dress. Let us assemble the shaker tag. I have layered 3 circular frames and stuck them on the base that is a fancy die cut. After putting shaker elements in it, I am sticking the circle that I had sandwiched in between the transparent plastic sheet. Over this, I stuck 3 more layered circular frames and added shaker elements again. Finally, I placed an acetate circle over it. This acetate is from the Clear Elements pack of Craftyscrappers and is really thick and sturdy. I could only make an impression on it with the circle die, and then I had to cut it by hand. Finally, I placed the last piece of circular frame on top and then stuck the Little Miss Froggy in the center with some double-sided adhesive. Didn't use a sentiment here as the tag speaks for itself and there's plenty of space at the back to write down the small message. Just add a loop on top. That completes it. So I've finished with the 3 ways. And here you can see glimpses of some of the cards I made earlier in the month of February using the same stamp set. You can take a closer look at the images on my Instagram account, the So Crafty Dreamer, the.so.crafty.dreamer, as you see it on the screen, and on Craftyscrappers Instagram account. If you like them, please do follow both the accounts. Also, if you liked what you saw in the video today, do like, share and subscribe to the YouTube channel of Craftyscrappers and my channel Rach So Crafty. Thank you for watching till the end. Happy crafting, folks. Bye-bye.